With my stand stone free, I'll finally break out of this Netflix release cycle and drop the rest of the episodes of Stone Ocean. You know that we're only releasing 12 episodes this time again, and you have to wait a few more months for Batch 3 to come out. Also, we did not change the OP or the ED. Enjoy. Yada yada dawa. Yes, you heard that right. JoJo is back. Part 6. The second part of it. We got another 12 episodes Netflix out here. I'm so excited, even though it's like last year, November, we got the first 12 episodes. The hype has died down, but I love just watching JoJo. David Productions doing their best job, doing it so good. I don't know why the release schedule is so delayed, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm really excited watching the episodes just because when I was reading part 6, there's so much shit I did not understand action-wise, fight scene-wise, choreography-wise. Here, a lot of stuff is explained, but there's still a lot of gray areas. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. It's finally back. We have another 12 episodes. We continue basically from last time where Poochie, it was raining frogs. We see him just like shoot Jolene twice, and then he's just like wreaking havoc. He wants Jotaro's memory disk. He's trying to obtain heaven. So he's a cool villain. That's his main goal. We see him talking with Dio in the past and some flashbacks. So the fact that they introduced Dio again, he's such a great villain. Seeing him just like influence all these people, making his presence like really felt. And yeah, Jolene's such a cool protagonist. I really love her. There's a lot of crazy wild shit in the anime. It just flows so well. So yeah, again, we have another 12 episodes. I love the pacing here. Basically, like every stand fight, there's like a new villain that comes, like it lasts like 2 episodes at least. So it doesn't feel like a villain of the day type of thing. It feels like each arc, like the villain's like really significant. It adds to the story. It either gives character development or like progresses the plot like a little bit because they're like related to Poochie. Doing some shit with the discs, either like attacking the team or trying to find something related to Dio. I guess I'll brush up on the stands first, give you a bit of overview for all the battles we have before talking about it. So yeah, we have Flaccid Pancake. Oh wait, I mean Limp Biscuit. Or Limp Bizkit. We have Survivor, we have Planet Waves, we have Yo-Yo Ma, we have Dragon's Dream, some more of Whitesnake, we have this Green Moon Baby, and finally, Jailhouse Rock. So, bro, it's a pretty fire. The localization isn't really that bad either. So, you know, I'm loving it. Although, yeah, the one bad thing I mentioned before, the OP is the same, which is very sad. I don't really mind it because the OP is a banger. The ED is also a banger, like really chill, like finishing off each episode with it, but there's nothing new. So like this OP fit the first 12 episodes, and I guess we're spoiled because like we always want, like since part 4 we always want like at least 2 to 3 JoJo OPs. So yeah, we just have the same one, just like the 3 girls in prison with like the first early stand fights and like as like the choreography. So that's kind of sad, but yeah, who cares? Let's talk about it. So episode 13 to 14, we start off with Hermes' backstory. Well, we actually start off with Jolene in the hole. So it's kind of like a preview. How did she get in the hole? Well, it's like seen in this episode. So yeah, basically she's like in some like dark ass like prison cell with like bugs and everything. So it's not good. She gotta keep her mental fortitude strong. Also, yeah, we see Poochie and Dio talking in like a flashback. Dio wants to obtain heaven. What does that mean? It's still very vague, but it's kind of like controlling souls, understanding the world. Like the true knowledge belongs to people who have seen heaven. So he wants to obtain heaven. He wants to be like perfect. Like his goals are beyond our understanding. So basically Poochie wants to help him obtain heaven. But to do that, he needs Jotaro's memory. And he's basically reading Jotaro's memory to kind of like see a way to do it. So yeah, the first episode, Hermes, she fights Sports Maximum. Or Sports Max. So he's basically like this blonde dude, looks like a 100% a stand user, has like blonde commas as eyebrows. So we get his backstory where he actually killed Hermes' big sister. So yeah, Hermes was kind of like a delinquent when she was growing up. Her mom died. She didn't really want to take care of the family restaurant, and her sister was like really nice to her. So yeah, one day she kind of ran away at night. Her sister was trying to chase her, and her sister Costello sees like this gang beating up some dude. So she kind of like calls the police. She like hides, but then like they kind of track her down like later on. She gets murdered, and the murderer, Sports Max, gets 5 years. So his whole gang seems to die, but he's the last one surviving. So Hermes, she wants big revenge on him. She keeps following him. He has like this nice purple suit. Like all these stand users got the drip even in prison. So it's Limp Bizkit, aka Limp Bizkit. So Yeah, it's like Chuck Testa. He got these taxidermy animals like he keeps in his area. Hermes, she has like her sticker Kiss. So she basically traps the dude in like this pipe by using like two stickers on the pipe. And now he's inside the pipe like kind of suffocating. But before that he like releases a stand. His stand like manipulates like all these corpses of dead things. So there's like a taxidermy bird attacking Hermes, just like trying to get at her neck. So a stand basically makes zombies out of like the dead bodies around him. Thing is, the zombies are invisible. So like I guess the way to do it, you have to actually like see the zombie and kill it. Either like, you know, paint it, color it with blood or something. Or I guess you could kill the kind of like the stuffing, the body. So yeah, Hermes takes on the bird. It kind of like damages her a bit. It cuts her finger off. But yeah, she beats it. But the next one, it's a stuffed alligator, bro. Don't mess with those Florida alligators. It's out there attacking her. She kind of jumps into the sky, grabs onto something in the roof. But yeah, Jolene and FF show up. They try to support her, help her. But how do you fight an invisible alligator? It's just gonna cut you. You can't even see it. And then yeah, it bites FF's leg off, but it's fine. She kind of like heals it back. And it also bites off Jolene's shoulder. So this dude, he's like climbing walls and shit, just attacking. It's pretty brutal, bro. All these stand fights are insane. Without FF, these dudes would be dying. So every part, we always need like some type of healer to help the dudes with their massive blood loss and injuries. And then FF, she puts her hand inside the alligator's mouth and like shoots it. So it's like a cool way to defeat it. And in Sports Max, he ends up dying. He's dead. Oh wait, his stand lasts after death. So he turns himself into a zombie. At first, he doesn't really know it. But then like people see that he's invisible, so he's like confused. And then like when he tries to inject some drugs, he sees that there's sewage water in his veins. So he is dead, and he wants revenge on Hermes. So he calls up like his whole army of like dead gangsters in the prison graveyard. What a cool place to fight. Hermes meets up with him, and also Jolene is there. So Jolene's like puts up a bunch of string using her stone free to try to like trap the zombies to understand where they're gonna come from. But Hermes, she doesn't care. She goes charging in because she knows Sports Max is gonna kill her personally because he's after revenge. So she just waits, like all the zombies are kind of biting her, so she waits for like the killing blow from Sports Max, and then she puts a sticker on her head. So when he bites the head, like she removes the sticker, she can finally see where he is, and then she beats him, takes him down. Aura kicks him, pretty solid. She did all of that for Gloria. It's a cool scene, cool visuals, bunch of like glowing stuff as she's like, "This is for Gloria, this is for Gloria," and then she beats Sports Max. So yeah, we finally did it. We beat the first enemy, the first two episodes, 13 and 14. Very solid. And then now they read the disc inside Sports Max's head because he was actually tasked to do a thing for Poochie. So he actually used the stand on his Dio bone, which is like pretty cool like usage of the stand. But the stand kind of like manipulated the bone so it like ran away somewhere. And yeah, Poochie's trying to find it. So it's in the maximum detention like facility. I think they called it the Ultra Security House Unit. Yeah, cool name. So it's like kind of like a sub unit outside of the main prison. You have to use a car vehicle to get there. So Jolene gets there because she gets framed for like being near all the dead bodies from the Sports Max fight. So she goes there intentionally, and now she's stuck in the hole trying to find the bone. So this next series of episodes were insane because you're trapped in the hole filled with a bunch of prisoners that are like bloodthirsty trying to fight you. So yeah, we get this arc with the Ultra Security Housing Unit. So first of all, we see kind of like this cool background. I love this because this is one of like the main stand abilities that like make you think. Like their explanation was really solid. So Dio was talking to Poochie. Poochie was like, "Yo, what is the weakest stand?" And Dio's like, "Yo, there's no such thing. Every stand is kind of useful in their own situation." But then he's like, "If I had to say one, which is the most useless, the weakest stand, I would say it's Survivor." And that's a cool ass name, Survivor. So why is Survivor weak? Well, Dio explains that it doesn't really do anything. So it's kind of like electricity signals. So as to spread to others like through like a current, so either like water on the floor or something, and it goes into their brain and it sends you like light signals that make you like a bit agitated, a bit angry. It doesn't really do anything too much besides that. But like the fact that it influences your brain like this little bit might actually like push you over the edge if someone bothers you. And then you start fighting. And since it spreads to everyone, they start fighting you as well. They start fighting like 100%. They use all their muscles. They just like kill each other by fighting. So it's like a pretty brutal stand because it just like destroys everyone on the inside. But like the stand itself is like really weak because it has to actually spread to the people by like some type of like water current or something. So yeah, it's a really unique stand, interesting, and it fits in this ultra security prison center because we're trapped in here with all these people. So if we're trying to fight, it's gonna be really bloodthirsty. So yeah, Jolene's in here trying to find the bone, but there's like 4 stand users after her. So Survivor is one of them. He's like passively using his ability, but then after that, we get like some other cool stand fights. So this one is the guard Westwood. I didn't really like him too much. This fight was inconsequential, but it was still really brutal. So yeah, Jolene gets hit by a bunch of meteors because he's fighting the guard Westwood, who's like really buff, really OD prison guard, and he like kind of does chokeholds on her, like punches her. He does like a bunch of like MMA submission moves. He's pretty strong, but then like the main power comes from his stand because Jolene keeps punching him. This fight is so brutal. She's like using her string, like ripping his skin off and stuff, and trying to like break his holds. Yeah, the issue is when Jolene gets close to him, his stand planet waves just like takes meteors from the earth and it tracks him to his body. So that's like pretty metal stand. So but like the thing is the meteors like go really tiny and burn up, but they're like really hot. So Jolene just like gets burnt everywhere, her arms, her legs, just by getting hit by these rocks. And then when the rocks like get attracted to the stand user, they kind of disintegrate, so they don't damage the main user. So Jolene's trying to avoid the rocks, but she's taking a lot of damage while also trying to avoid this big dude trying to like beat her up at the same time. So then the way she defeats him, she just takes like the shoe, fills it with a brick, kind of deflects one of the meteorites, and the shoe goes on fire, so she just like hits the shoe in that dude's face. So it's like, oh, I'm using your ability against you, so I can't hit you with the actual meteors, but I can hit you with like this third party object that's on fire. So she takes him down. Very brutal fight. She's like so injured right now, but it's dressed out right on time because FF and Anasui come in. So I think they translated his name to Anastasia, but he's the pink haired dude we saw before wearing fishnets, a Diavolo ripoff. He is so cool. Yo, all the members of the main cast are so cool. Anasui and Weather Report are like the legit homies. Their voices are so nice. Really badass people. So yeah, we saw earlier that FF was asking people like to go for help to rescue Jolene. And then like she asked Anasui because he's in the room with Emporio. So the issue with Anasui, he's a little weird. Like he's pretty grounded as a character, but he's just like kind of like slightly weird. So he was in prison for like murdering people because he likes disassembling things. And then like he like disassembled watches, cars, everything he could get his hands on. The issue is when he saw like his girlfriend cheating on him one day, he disassembled her body and the dude she was sleeping with. So like he just like cuts things off with surgical precision. So he's like pretty like talented in that. And his stand dive or down is like really similar. So one, it lets him like kind of fly through walls and stuff, but he can also manipulate like body parts and stuff. Kind of like Crazy Diamond, just like reattaches things, but he makes it like kind of brutal. Like he can twist your like bones and structures of your body. So yeah, goddamn, he's pretty strong. So yeah, they kind of rescue Jolene. They go into the maximum detention center, and his motivation: this dude wants to marry Jolene. He likes her resolve. He sees that like she likes to fight. He really likes her confidence, her leadership. So yeah, he wants to marry her. Good motivation. FF is kind of the wingman. So yeah, they fight the next stand fight. This is the worst fight in all of JoJo, like no cap. When I read this in a manga, this was the most confusing fight ever. I got so infuriated. I was like, Araki, really, bro? Like you really had to like make this complex X stand for no reason that really does nothing. And like the stand user isn't really that cool anyway. So it's kind of like this old man with the stand Dragon's Dream. It's localized to Drake's Dream, which is pretty funny because isn't Drake like a musical artist anyway? So the localization doesn't really do anything. But yeah, we got Dragon's Dream. This stand does nothing, but it's like feng shui. So that's a real thing. It's like, you know, if you heard of it, it's like the orientation of stuff in your room, but it's like a bigger concept just to like manage your luck. So the way you're facing just like determines your luck basically. So this dude has like a dragon compass that's like neutral. It kind of talks to everyone, but then like it points him in the direction of good luck. So if he's pointed there, like he's gonna win the fight no matter what. He's just so lucky. So he's fighting FF while Anasui and Jolene are like resting. So FF gets beaten up a lot in this part too. Just like I love her, just like how strong she is, her resolve to trying to help the team. But yeah, she gets like beaten up a lot. So she starts fighting the old man, but he just like dodges every attack because he's like so lucky. and then FF is just pointed in the most unlucky direction. So this dude's like effortlessly just like making her like get hit by objects, get cut up. So yeah, I really didn't like his stand because even the characters here are confused. So I really love how like when David Productions animated this, even they didn't really know how the stand worked. So they're like, fuck it, we'll just like do it like this. Even the characters like, what's happening? I don't get it. So his stand's pretty inconsequential, but like let's just pretend he's like really lucky. So then FF gets so unlucky that she trips while getting water and gets trapped inside of this like electric chair shocks like room, and then like she gets like strapped onto the electric chair. It looks like it's about to be over for her. Like she gets shocked by the electric chair, but then she actually like kind of grabs the dude because she makes like this like fake plankton mirror, so he like doesn't face the direction of good luck anymore. So they both get shocked together. Neither of them die, so FF is kind of pointed at the lucky direction. Jolene kind of helps her, and then like just like a little bit of plankton still alive, so she like reforms. And then the old man is still alive though, so Anasui comes in. His stand dive her down. So yeah, the old man tried to kick Jolene in the mouth. He puts his foot in her mouth, which is pretty funny. Jolene gets brutalized a lot in this anime as well. So Anasui kind of like twists his legs, so his legs are like joysticks, and then he's just like jumping up and down, and then yeah, he's just retired. So easy, just one hit. Why didn't he do this earlier? And then yeah, we deal with that. Don't want to talk about his stand too much because I hated that part. It's also like a mood killer because it's like in the middle of like this long ass fight scene inside this prison where everyone's like kind of fighting to survive, and then this dude out here just like ruining the vibe. After that, we finally find the bone. So there's another stand user after them, but we worry about him later because we're looking for the bone. So that it's apparently like turning people into plants. So this bone is like crazy AF, like it's wild. So yeah, after the plants are grown, there's like this green baby coming out of it. So it's like a green baby inside of the seed. Jolene is taking it because she thinks it's like a key to like save her dad. And then the next stand fight comes in. It's Yo Mama. Nah, it's Yo Yo Ma. Nah, it's Yaya Ma. So it's localized to Yaya instead of Yo Yo. But yeah, we got Yo Yo Ma out here. He's like this green kind of stand. He's automatic, so he's the last stand sent after them, except he seems pretty nice. Like he's pretty gross, like he smells bad. He's like this green kind of manservant, and even if they shoot him and kill him, he still comes back alive. But he's like helping them, and then he swallows the baby, so they have to kind of take him with them because like they need this green baby to like solve their mystery. So like they go escape on a boat while FF is still on the like maximum security island because she has to kill the last stand user. So then the issue comes when this dude, so if you turn your back on him, his spit is very acidic that just dissolves your body. So and he kind of like slowly like spits at them, and then Jolene's tongue is like, while they're not looking, Jolene's tongue just like gets a bunch of holes in it. It's like, goddamn, these injuries are insane. So she can't even talk. It's like pretty tense, but then Anasui like defeats him pretty easily. So this dude's pretty strong. So he just like kind of rewires his brain to a frog's brain, just some like quick surgery. So he's kind of not interested in attacking them anymore. He just wants to mimic turning into a frog, and he just jumps into the water. But then FF is still trying to kill the stand user, DNG. So then while she's trying to kill him, Poochie shows up. So Poochie finally makes his presence known. Whitesnake is here. FF versus Poochie 1v1. So brutal. And we get FF backstory. So her greatest fear, it wasn't really dying, but it's like losing knowledge. Because like she only had one purpose, which was like to protect the Whitesnake CDs. She had her stand power, but Jolene like kind of like helped her with her memories. They made memories. She knows how to live life now. He's been fighting so much in this anime, getting so like protecting the main squad and getting so beaten up. So yeah, she cannot lose this fight with Poochie. She also wants to tell Jolene like Poochie is the main villain because they don't know it yet. So they start like running away. This fight is like really cool. So Whitesnake kind of takes her stand disc from her CDs, but then she like kind of divides her body in half. As she's running away, she really needs water to kind of regenerate. The issue is when she gets to the water fountain, it's hot water. Or actually, Whitesnake put a disc in her head that gives her the stand ability to turn cold water into hot water. Whatever. It's like a My Hero, like, shitty quirk. And then eventually, after all this brutality, like, it's like pretty, like, solid 1v1 fight. They're both evenly matched. She calls in weather report on the walkie-talkie. My man is back. His voice, bro, is so manly. Hearing his voice just gives me, like, more testosterone. He's just so cool. And he's finally, like, seen here because he got injured in the fight with Jumpin' Jack Flash last season, where he just summons rain. It's really foggy, so Whitesnake can't see anymore. And then FF is back, restored back to normal. So yeah, she tries to go where Jolene and Asui are. The thing is, they're doing their own thing. The green baby, he's alive, he's walking, and he's dangerous. So he has like kind of like manipulating infinity, where if you get close to him, he just shrinks you down like half the size. So like every time you get close, you just can't reach him anymore. You just walk slowly. There's a lot of like JoJo stands recently where it's like, don't chase them. You can't like reach them. So yeah, this green baby is kind of dangerous. They have to get it on his good side. It's kind of mysterious. They don't don't know what it is, but it's basically like made from a bone of Dio. So it's part of Poochie's plan to obtain heaven. We see Dio and Poochie lying in bed together. But yeah, basically they have to kind of like catch the baby. So like the baby has its own stand that like, you know, grows and shrinks things. So they kind of trap it inside of this glass bottle, which is pretty cool. And after that, FF shows up, joins up with them with Weather Report. The squad is squatted up. But no, it's not Weather Report. It's White Snake disguised as Weather Report. The real Weather Report is somewhere back. We don't know where he is. God damn it. He donuts Anasui. He slices FF in half. And then he punches Jolene. Jolene blocks it. Oh my god, everyone is wrecked. This is like an impossible situation now. Poochie's finally here. They were being tricked. He has the CDs. He has everyone right where they want him, and he's like close to getting the green baby. The problem is Jolene's not going to go down that easy. She handcuffs him together. So now they're punching each other. She's like kicking him and stuff. It's such a cool fight scene out here. Just like aura-oraing, and then she's like overpowering him. So when he's like, okay, I can't do this anymore. So he throws Jotaro's memory disk because he doesn't need it anymore. He throws it inside of Anasui. And since his body is like basically dying since he got donated, if you die with the memory disk inside of you, that disk just expires. It disappears. So yeah, that's pretty smart of him because that's Jolene's main mission. She doesn't want that disk to disappear. She cuts the handcuffs off. Poochie escapes with the baby. Let's go. But yeah, basically there's like this magic incantation with the baby. It's so dumb. But he basically says like some random words like fruit tart, rhinoceros beetle, like staircase. And then like the baby kind of like absorbs Poochie a little bit, and now Poochie gets like the power of the baby. So he's one step closer to going to heaven. He gets these coordinates. So like these coordinates will probably tell him like where to go in the future. And yeah, that's our destination. Because he's done with this person. He's out. He's leaving. Everyone else is kind of donated and like left to die. So what do we do now? So Jolene's there. She's trying to like help everyone. Anasui is dying. But FF, she gives the last of her life force. And then now FF dies. Oh my god, this was so sad. They built her up so well in these like for 24 episodes. So strong, so capable. She was the main party healer. Now she's gone. She like lived her life. She's like, I had memories. Even if you can restore me with my stand, like my memories, like it's still not gonna be me. So we gotta farewell with her. We see her in like the yellow JoJo heaven clouds. But yeah, Anasui's left alive. Jolene has the memory disk. So mission accomplished. It's over. We gotta leave the prison. We gotta escape. So our final two episodes, 23 and 24, after like this whole like big prison battle, the thing is we can't leave. There's a stand user that is the prison guard, jailhouse lock. So she has like this blonde hair, and her ability is pretty scary. We also see Poochie in the background. He's like leaving the prison. He has like longer white hair. And he has like this like cool power where he can like speed up time. Another JoJo villain with time powers. So there's like this prison guard who's like dressed up as a prisoner. Her name's Mew Mew. She has long blonde hair. Her stand is jailhouse lock. She's not even hiding it. So she shows herself to Jolene as Jolene's like in the like detention center. And basically like her stand activates when you try to escape. So that it makes you only have 3 memories in your head, 3 thoughts. So it doesn't really affect your long-term memory. It's more of short-term memory. So you still know how to read and write and everything. But you just like every time you get a new piece of knowledge, like, oh, 2 + 2, or you like read like the first sentence of a book, or you just see a new person. That's new information. So you're gonna forget that once you've learned something else. She like when she wakes up, she keeps talking to Gweiss, her roommate. So Mew Mew's stand is so crazy because you're just gonna live your life kind of crippled because you just like repeat the same things over and over. You don't have any life meaning anymore. And you're just stuck in this loop. But Jolene, she's strong enough to break out of it. So she writes things in her hand. So one is you can only remember 3 things at once. And then the next one is you have to see Emporio. So defeat the stand user, meet up with Emporio. So it's kind of impossible for her. But as she meets Emporio, she kind of like gives him like this heroic speech about like not giving up, moving forward, not staying in your room all the time. So Emporio realizes that he has to print out Mew Mew's identity. So he prints it out in Morse code, and then Jolene like imprints the Morse code with her string. And then yeah, this is like a thing that you store in your permanent memory, I guess. So then as the prison guards were about to shoot her down, she actually captures Mew Mew hostage and takes control of her stand. So now she activates jailhouse lock on all the like prison guards, and they forget about her. They're like, oh, what's happening? So solid escape plan. Just grab the head guard, use her stand, and escape. So she recruits Emporio. She recruits Hermes. We see her back. She was shelved like after fighting Sports Max. And we're finally over. We're gonna save Jotaro, give him the memory disc, and now we have to go after Poochie. So yeah, the prison arc is over. We did it. We beat the United States prison industrial complex. It's over. Jolene inspiring her friends. Everything was really cool. And yeah, now we have to go after Poochie. He's like doing things, obtaining heaven, using like these coordinates. There's gonna be a lot more crazy stand fights. I can't wait to see more of Weather Report. He's so awesome. The like a few minutes we heard of his voice was just like amazing. I guess we see Anasue again since he's alive. And then yeah, we escape. I did read the manga, so you know, everything here is like nice though because it's been a while. I love like refreshing my memory because a lot of stuff like was like really forgettable. So yeah, it's good getting reminded here. I'm really excited to get more stuff like so like the opening and the ending. You know, I hope they change them because they're really nice. Like they're bangers, but we're just used to getting more new shit. Like part 5, we were feeling horny, and then we went to Modern Crusaders. So part 6, I'm a dreamer, a distant dreamer. We need to get some new shit. I'm not really blaming Netflix for any of this. Like, we still got the memes. We still got, like, new JoJo. Like, the quality's insane. Like, it's really good. There's still some CGI. I love how they made Dragon Stream CGI. They're like, fuck it. We're not putting any effort into this one. And then, yeah, the story's flowing really well. Really excited. It is really sad that the release schedule is killing the hype. But yeah, finally more JoJo. Love to talk about it. Love to hear your opinions. But yeah, we got one more batch release until we're finished with our bizarre journey again.